Every molecule in your brain once was on your fork. Your gut directly impacts your mental health.
Stress is probably the start of all disease. It impacts everything from your hormones on.
Understanding the impact of stress on your gut health. Let's start with a simple truth. Stress isn't just in your head. We've all heard people say that stress is the root of disease, but here's something most of us don't realize. Stress doesn't just live in your head, it takes a toll on your gut too. And the connection runs much deeper than you might imagine. Your gut and brain are like two best friends who can't stop texting each other, constantly sending messages back and forth. This line of communication is called the gut-brain axis, and it plays a huge role in how you feel both physically and emotionally.
And your brain can communicate anxiety and stress to your gut microbiome and actually change the makeup of your gut microbiome.
Yeah, and your
The main messenger in this relationship is the vagus nerve. Think of it like a two-way highway carrying signals between the brain and gut. But here's the thing, when you're stressed or anxious, the brain flips into survival mode, often known as fight or flight. And when that happens, digestion slows down, hunger signals get scrambled, and gut problems like cramps, bloating, or even sudden diarrhea start showing up. Why your gut reacts the moment you're stressed. Your gut and brain are in constant dialogue, sharing updates on whether you're safe, relaxed, or in danger. But when the brain senses a threat, whether it's a real emergency or just the stress of daily life, it decides that survival is more important than digestion. That's why people often feel butterflies before an exam, lose their appetite during an argument, or even need to rush to the bathroom before a big presentation. When stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol flood your system, digestion doesn't function normally. Food may sit in the stomach longer, making you feel heavy or cause reflux. Or in some cases, the intestines move food along too quickly, leading to diarrhea. Stress literally scrambles the digestive system's signals, and the effects can be felt almost instantly. What's really happening inside your stomach? One of the biggest impacts of stress is that it reduces the release of digestive juices, things like stomach acid, bile, and enzymes. These are essential for breaking food down into nutrients. Without them, the body struggles to absorb vitamins and minerals properly. That's why under stress, you might eat a healthy meal yet still feel tired, weak, or low in energy. Stress doesn't stop there. It also disrupts the balance of gut bacteria. Normally, trillions of microbes live inside you in harmony, supporting digestion and even producing mood-boosting chemicals. But when stress lingers, harmful bacteria get the upper hand while beneficial ones decline. This imbalance can cause bloating, gas, and discomfort, and in the long term, may even contribute to conditions like SIBO, where bacteria start growing in the wrong part of the gut. What makes this even more fascinating is that the gut also talks back to the brain. When your gut is irritated, say from food intolerances, inflammation, or poor digestion, it sends signals of distress back to the brain. These signals can increase anxiety, fuel more stress hormones, and create a loop where both brain and gut keep amplifying each other's problems. When stress turns into gut disorders, it's important to note that stress doesn't just cause temporary stomach upsets, it can actually worsen chronic digestive conditions. For instance, acid reflux often flares up when anxiety is high. Ulcers can become more painful because stress weakens the protective stomach lining. And inflammatory bowel conditions like Crohn's disease or colitis may become more severe as stress hormones increase inflammation inside the gut. These examples prove that stress isn't just something imaginary happening in your head. It leaves very real fingerprints inside your digestive system. affecting how food moves, how enzymes work, and even how comfortable you feel after eating. In simple words, when your mind suffers, your gut feels it too. The secret link between stress and immunity. Here's another surprising fact. About 70% of your immune system actually lives in your gut. That means the gut isn't only responsible for breaking down food, it's also your body's defense system against harmful invaders. But when stress becomes chronic, this immune strength weakens. The gut lining grows more permeable, leading to what's often called leaky gut. Tiny gaps allow particles to slip into the bloodstream where the immune system mistakes them for threats. The result? Inflammation, fatigue, recurring infections, and even new food sensitivities or allergies. Over time, this process can affect the whole body, not just digestion. The stress-inflammation loop you don't want to get stuck in.
Decrease your stress. The brain and the gut interact in a cycle. When you do the work to decrease your stress levels, you can decrease inflammation, you can improve your digestion, and you can start a positive upward spiral, both mentally and physically.
High levels of stress hormones like cortisol increase inflammation throughout the body. In the gut, this damages the delicate lining, reduces protective mucus, and disrupts normal digestion. And remember that loop we talked about earlier? The more inflamed the gut becomes, the more distress signals it sends to the brain. The brain responds with even more stress signals, which worsens gut inflammation. It's a cycle that can drain your energy, mood, and overall health if nothing is done to break it. How to break free and reset your gut. Here's the good news. This cycle isn't permanent. Lowering stress not only calms the brain, it also restores digestive balance and strengthens gut bacteria. Think of it as pressing a reset button on the entire brain-gut connection. One of the simplest ways to start is mindful breathing. Taking slow, deep breaths activates the vagus nerve, sending a message to your gut that it's safe to relax and digest. Even just 5 minutes of calm breathing before a meal can improve how your stomach processes food. Another overlooked tool is eating slowly and mindfully. Stress makes people rush through meals or overeat without noticing. But when you chew properly and slow down, digestive juices have time to do their job, which reduces bloating and indigestion. Sleep is another cornerstone. Just one night of poor rest can spike stress hormones, leading to gut problems the very next day. Prioritizing consistent, good quality sleep helps restore balance in both brain and gut. Food choices also matter. A diet full of fiber, colorful vegetables, and fermented foods like yogurt or sauerkraut helps gut bacteria thrive. These microbes produce beneficial compounds that calm inflammation and even improve mental clarity. And don't forget movement. Gentle exercises like walking, stretching, or yoga reduce stress hormones and increase blood flow to the digestive system. This combination relaxes the gut and makes digestion smoother. Everyday proof that stress hits the gut first. We've all seen this happen around us and maybe even felt it ourselves. A student cramming late into the night for exams suddenly develops stomach cramps, not from spoiled food, but from the heavy stress sitting on their shoulders. A professional about to give a big presentation feels a wave of nausea, even though they haven't eaten anything unusual. Someone going through relationship struggles notices their appetite vanishes, leading to unplanned weight loss. These aren't random events. They're everyday reminders that the brain and gut are constantly talking to each other. When your mind is under pressure, your gut picks up the signal almost instantly, sending out physical responses you can't ignore. This two-way connection is so powerful that emotional stress can shape digestion, appetite, and even long-term gut health. Wrapping it all up. At the end of the day, stress doesn't just affect your thoughts and emotions. It reshapes digestion, weakens immunity, and throws gut bacteria out of balance. But remember, this connection works both ways. Calming the mind helps heal the gut, and supporting the gut helps calm the mind. So, if you've been struggling with digestive issues, it may be time to pay attention not only to what you eat, but also to how you manage stress. Something as simple as a breathing exercise, a good night's sleep, or a mindful meal could make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on health and wellness. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.